Good morning and welcome to Today in the News here on Vanguard Life. My name is Ololade Adewumi. A flip into our newspapers for today, starting with Vanguard newspaper. Major headline on Vanguard says, "How to fix Nigeria's security challenges," service chief says. Major story can be found on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Tinubu excludes convicts of kidnapping, drugs, firearms offences from clemency list. Tobana, Anambra Showdown 2025, while we are backing Soludo's re-election, Onitsha resident says. And lastly, power supply in Nigeria, Siemens signs a phase 1 power deal, 7,000 megawatt to grid. A look into the Punch newspaper. Major headline on the Punch says, coup controversy, military tracks 45 billion naira in NDDC. Detained soldiers linked in NDDC top shots probe. Silva out of country, denies links with alleged coup. Senate screening, CDS eyes foreign partnership to crush insurgency. Tinubu revokes pardon for Sanda, 140 high-profile inmate. Away from the Punch into the Nation newspaper, major headline on the Nation says, 2027 Southwest governors, leaders rally behind Tinubu, ministers to give scorecards at confab. 55 persons removed from presidential pardon list, only 120 enjoy prerogative of mercy. A look into the front page of the Guardian for today. Major headline on the Guardian says, federal government backtracks on pardon as Nigerians question due process. Service chiefs unveil ambitious plans at Senate confirmation. OPEC oil incentives may cost Nigeria 6 trillion naira yearly and 86 like one. Reps approved Tinubu's $2.34 billion loan, empower EFCC to seize assets without conviction. That's all we have on the front page for the newspapers this morning. Join us after the break for a quick analysis. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Today in the News. You're on Vanguard Life. My name is Ololade Adeomi. A look into the analysis for today. Our first story says Tinubu makes U-turn, exclude drug, firearm offenders, kidnappers from clemency list. President Bola Tinubu has signed an instrument of clemency and pardons to formally exercise his constitutional powers of prerogative of mercy, granting pardon and clemency to selected individuals earlier convicted for various offences. However, following consultations with the Council of State and a review of public opinion, the President ordered a further vetting of the previously approved list. Consequently, individuals convicted of serious crimes such as kidnapping, drug-related offences, human trafficking, fraud, and unlawful possession or dealing in firearms were removed from the list, while others earlier pardoned had their sentences commuted. According to a statement issued by Bayo Ononuga, Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, the review was undertaken in recognition of the seriousness of certain crimes, their security implication, and the need to respect the feelings of victims and society at large. For more details on this story, head over to www.vanguardngr.com. I look into our second story for today. How to fix Nigeria's security challenges, says service chiefs. The new service chiefs appointed by President Bola Tinubu last weekend were yesterday confirmed by the Senate, with the new Chief of Defense Staff, CDS Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, calling on the federal government to empower the police with adequate funding so the force could relieve the military from internal security to concentrate on its constitutionally assigned role. He also called for adequate funding for the military to enable it to prosecute the war against terrorism effectively, adding that the federal government should prioritize local production of military equipment since reliance on import is not sustainable. The call of the new CDS, who was the immediate past chief of army staff, came as the chief of naval staff, Rear Admiral Idi Abbas, kicked against the creation of the Coast Guard, which he argued would conflict with the role of the Navy. The new chief of army staff, General Waheed Shahibu, vowed to deal decisively with Lukarawa sect, which had terrorized some states in the country, especially in the north. also confirmed were Rear Admiral Idi Abbas, Chief of Naval Staff, and Air Marshal Sunday Kelvin Aneke, Chief of Air Staff. Head over to www.vanguard.ngl for more details on that story. That's all for today on Today in the News. Remember, you can follow us on all our social media platforms as seen on your screen, and for up-to-date story as well at www.vanguard.ngl.com. My name is Ololade.